Reaching 70 years old is more than just counting decades. It means carrying in your body and soul a collection of experiences, victories, losses, and lessons that no book can truly teach. At 70, life stops being about proving things to others and starts being about understanding what truly matters. The things that time has shown to be essential, even when they once seemed small. And that's what I want to share with you today. These aren't lessons from self-help manuals or advice from experts who watch life from the outside. These are real lessons learned through skin, time, and heart. Lessons that don't come with ready-made answers, but with lived wisdom. At 70, I've learned that time moves quickly, much faster than we imagine when we're young. We waste so much of it trying to control the uncontrollable, trying to please people who aren't even paying attention, trying to win races that often aren't worth running. But when you reach this point and look back, you realize the best moments in life happened when you were fully present. Not rushing, not competing, but simply living. Slow conversation, quiet cup of coffee, an honest look, a long heartfelt hug. None of those things are urgent, but they're what last. I've also learned that forgiveness is lighter than resentment. Even if it feels justified to keep some wounds open as reminders of pain, time shows it's not worth it. Holding a grudge is like carrying a heavy suitcase for decades, even when you're no longer going on a trip. At 70, I've come to see that forgiveness isn't for others. It's for me. It's about making room for peace, allowing the mind to rest, and letting the soul breathe. Another thing, I've learned that taking care of your health is far better than trying to cure illness later. When we're young, we think we're invincible. We eat poorly, sleep too little, ignore the signs our body gives us. But the body keeps score. Sooner or later, it asks for what we didn't give. At 70, I understand that walking a little each day, sleeping well, drinking water, laughing often, and keeping the mind active are more powerful than any medication. And the most curious part, these are simple things. But in the end, it's always the simple things that save us. I've also learned that people change. And that's okay. Life is made of cycles. Friendships come and go. Relationships transform. Some bonds dissolve while others are formed. Fighting against this only brings pain. At 70, I've realized that letting go isn't losing. It's making space. It's allowing life to continue, even when it doesn't follow the script we wrote. And often it surprises us, in the most beautiful ways. One of the biggest lessons, however, was about presence. There's no greater gift than being truly with those you love. Being fully there with your phone put away, your eyes focused, your heart open. Because the memories that warm your soul in old age aren't about things you bought or places you visited, but about the moments you were truly there. A grandchild's laughter, a friend's voice, the smell of a lovingly prepared lunch. That's what stays. That's what matters. At 70, I've also learned that it's not worth waiting for life to settle down before being happy, because it never completely settles. There will always be a bill to pay, an ache somewhere, or bad news on TV. Waiting for everything to be perfect before smiling is a trap. Happiness lives in the in-between. In the middle of the mess, in the middle of the fatigue, in the middle of the ordinary. Life doesn't pause so you can be happy, it keeps moving. And you have to be happy while walking. I've also come to see that enjoying your own company is a blessing. Many fear loneliness, but few learn to embrace solitude. At 70, I've learned that liking yourself, being able to sit quietly with your own thoughts, enjoying a quiet afternoon alone, is a gift. Because when you're at peace with yourself, no absence hurts too much. No silence is frightening. No wait is too long. I've learned too that saying no is liberating. We spend so much of life saying yes to everything. To please, to avoid conflict, to seem available. But no is also care. It's respect. It's honesty. And those who truly love you will understand your no just as much as your yes. At 70, I don't have time to waste on what drains me, what weighs me down, or what doesn't do me good. One of my greatest discoveries was about time. It's too precious to waste on people who don't add value to your life. That's not selfish. It's maturity. At 70, I've learned that people who make me feel small, insecure, or diminished don't deserve space in my life. My time is for those who add to it, who listen, who look me in the eye. The rest I leave to God and move on. Speaking of faith, I've learned it's more important than I ever thought. And I don't just mean religion, but faith in life, faith in people, faith in myself. Because faith held me up on days no one saw. And it continues to be the strength that lifts me when the world feels too heavy. At 70, you don't want all the answers. You want peace. And sometimes faith is the shortest path to it. Lastly, what I've learned most is that living well isn't about having a lot. It's about appreciating what you have. It's not about conquering the world, but about being at peace with your part of it. It's not about impressing others, but about honoring who you are. And that only time can teach. If you're still on your way to 70, or if you've already passed it, I hope these words touch your heart in some way. Because in the end, we all want the same thing: to live with more lightness, more truth, and more love. If this video spoke to you, share it with someone special. Maybe it's the message they needed to hear today. And if you'd like to keep walking this path of reflection and life discoveries with me, subscribe to the channel. Life goes on, and there's still so much beauty to live.